What's up guys, Blake here, and by the sound in a few seconds, you know what time it is. We are doing a fantasy draft for all the highlight makers on YouTube. There's about 14 players in our league. Alright, my friends are next door watching the UCLA Texas A&M game, so they're going to be a little loud, so if you hear some people, that's them. So right now, number one, I believe is the CNTaco. He's currently on the clock, and, well, let's see who he goes with. I mean, if he doesn't go with David Johnson or Le'Veon Bell, I don't know what he's doing. I have the 13th overall pick, so sadly I'm not going to get one of these top tier running backs, which I'm really upset about because in my other fantasy league, I had the ninth pick, and I took Michael Thomas, but didn't get any good running backs. And here we go. Who's he going to take? And he just took David Johnson, number 1 overall, and we'll see who's on the clock. But as I was talking about, this is my second draft I've done. I was in one with all my ASU friends. I had the 9th overall pick, and I went with Michael Thomas in that one. I think Michael Thomas, especially now since Willie Snead is out for the first 3 games, I think Michael Thomas is going to go off. There's no Brandon Cooks, and what just happened, Le'Veon Bell just went 2nd overall. So yeah, Michael Thomas was my first pick in my last draft. I really like that pick. Some people have been trying to trade me to get Michael Thomas, but no, as a Saints fan, I love it. And like I said, fantasy-wise, I think he'll be a top 5 player this year. All right, so everyone that's currently in this draft, there are 14 of us. We got Visionary, Laguna Productions, GOON Productions, KRDE. We got Kos Sports. We got Rocket Mixes, WTD Productions, Purple Moss, Highlight Factory, Highlight Heaven, JLooki, Chris Lee, the CNTaco, who had the first overall pick, and yours truly. Now I know I feel like I definitely forgot someone. I probably did. Who even knows? So I'm checking my Twitter messages now, and I guess Kos Sports, who's Andrew, can't get into the draft. Well, in 4 seconds, he's about to auto-pick Odell Beckham Jr., who's not really a bad pick. I mean, if you can't make the draft, Odell Beckham's not the worst player you could possibly get. And Mike Evans just went 6. All right, the picks are going quickly. Now I'm just going to have to try to figure out what do I want to do. I have the 13th and 16th overall picks, so that's a good little gap, but I'm not going to be picking again until the 20s or so. Actually, no, I think until the 40s, so it's going to be a while, so I need to make a smart pick. Luckily, I still have some time left. LaShawn McCoy just went, another good running back. I don't know what I'm going to do. I guess we'll have to wait and see how this thing plays out. The good thing is, hopefully people start making their picks quickly, so this can kind of hurry up. All right, I don't think Christian's in the draft right now, so he's going to be getting Jordy Nelson, which, like I said, for an auto pick, that's not that bad. But I would not take Jordy Nelson with the 8th overall pick. So, Christian, sorry, bud, I don't know what happened there. All right, right now we got Purple Moss on the clock. Now, according to this, his auto draft would be Ajayi Green. Let's see if he's on too. All right, so right now, GOON Productions is going. I don't think he's live right now, so I think this one's going to be an auto pick as well. DeVante Freeman. I mean, if you're going to get an auto pick, that's a good one as well. Now, my main question is, Michael Thomas, who's the next pick, or who's the next available player, can he fall to me at 13? Can I get him in both my leagues? Right now, who's up right now? Kyle. Team Kyle's up. Is he going to take Michael Thomas? I hope he's on, because if he's not on right now, Michael Thomas is going to be automatically filled to him. So hopefully in 40 seconds he joins so I can get Michael Thomas at 13. And he was on, and he just took Michael Thomas at 11, which means I'm 1 pick away from going. Laguna's up right now, and I don't think Laguna Productions is here, so I'm going to have about 2 minutes in total to figure out who I'm going to pick. Now, if he's not on, Melvin Gordon is his automated one, which means obviously I can't take him. The rest I'm going to have to choose. All right, it looks like Laguna is going with Melvin Gordon, which does mean I am on the clock. All right, guys, we have 1 minute to make a pick. Now, according to this, Jordan Howard is the best rated player on the board, but I don't know. I don't know about Jordan Howard on the Bears. It says he's projected at 259. I definitely want to go with a running back, but I don't know if that's the one I want to go with. You know what I think I'm honestly going to do, guys? I honestly don't know what I'm going to do, to be honest. I pick again at 41. I have 25 seconds. For some reason, as my friends are making a ton of noise, I really like Ajayi. I really like him. I picked him up last year off of waivers. He did really well for me, and I don't know. All right, it's telling me to pick. I'm gonna make a pick right now. Hope I'm not risking anything. Ajayi, that's my pick. Now, once again, the good thing about this is I hate being 13th because I have to wait a while to pick. I'm up in the next pick, and I'm gonna make a splash right now, guys. Hopefully Chris doesn't take my pick, but I'm gonna make a little splash. And Chris just went with Dez Bryant, which means I'm officially on the clock. All right, guys. Now I know I might be crazy for this, but with the talks of the suspension possibly being reduced, I really like Zeke Elliott. I know, and this is a PPR league, you need a running back that's going to catch the ball as well and get you points, and I think that's what Zeke's going to be able to do. Like I said, the suspension thing is iffy, but it's a gamble I really have to take. And like I said, I'm not picking the 41. He's not going to fall to me at 41, so I got to go with it right now, guys. I'm going to take him at 16, and I just did it. So now the best part is, like, we have a little highlight group text on Twitter. I know for a fact, I'm going to go and check it right now, and everyone's either going to be giving me a bunch of crap, or they're going to be saying, wow, Blake, you're very smart. But looking at my running backs right now, assuming, and like I said, I'm just going to assume that Zeke does not get suspended, Ajayi and Ezekiel Elliott as my running backs, very solid. Very solid. Now, I don't pick until 41 and 44, so that's when I'll get my 2 wide receivers, or maybe a flex. But currently, I'm fine with that. Now, I do have a little plan. I'm going to try to pick up Darren McFadden in about the 60s or 70s, so that way in case Zeke is suspended, I get McFadden for those 6 games. I feel like no one's going to be really thinking that mindset. I did that in my other league as well. We'll have to see how it plays out. But now since we have some time until I pick, I mean, I'm not picking for another 20 picks, I'm going to go over my other team that I made with all my Arizona State friends. Now, when I drafted this team, I thought I did phenomenal. But looking back at it, there are some things that I should have done differently because you'll find out why. Now, right off the bat, my quarterbacks, Jameis Winston, Ben Roethlisberger, still debating on who I want to start week 1. I'm leaning towards Jameis. Just because he can get me points via the run. But Ben Roethlisberger, with his weapons that he has in Antonio Brown, Le'Veon Bell, Martavis Bryant, Juju Smith, that might be a good one as well, so I'm still trying to figure that one out. Now here is where I messed up, my running backs. I didn't go running back early at all, so I ended up with Ty Montgomery and Darren McFadden. Now I said, if Zeke is suspended, that Darren McFadden pick, I believe, is a good pick. For those 6 games, he'll put up numbers. Ty Montgomery, though, this is the one I'm iffy on. I feel like he can be a stud, but I feel like he's going to be a total bust. So that one I'm still trying to figure out. And then when you go to my bench, I picked up Mark Ingram and Matt Forte, who I feel like are 2 solid running backs, but in the PPR league, especially with the young talent, Matt Forte, Mark Ingram, I don't know if I trust them that much, but I guess we're going to have to wait and see. But that's the only thing I'm worried about are my running backs. My wide receivers, now this is where I'm very happy with. As I mentioned, I picked up Michael Thomas with my first overall pick. I feel like that's going to be a great one. I also got Dez Bryant, Tyreek Hill, Stephon Diggs, and Allen Robinson. If that's not a good wide receiving core, I don't know what is. The fact that I have Stephon Diggs and Allen Robinson on my bench, I love that. And oh, not to mention I got Rob Gronkowski as my tight end. And then for my defense, I got the Giants. And for my kicker, I got Will Lutz. So overall, like I said, I feel like I have a really good team. I projected 107, but I don't like to look at projections at all. And it's actually one of the highest projections in my league. Like I said, it's my running backs that I'm really nervous about. But what my friends keep saying, when I've heard this as well, see how your team does week 1. See how you guys do week 1. See if you can win some games. And if you obviously can't, then make some trades. But I'm going to write it out with my week 1 team and see how they do. So I'm going to post the full roster in the description below for my other league. And I'll post this one as well. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know if there's any trades you think I should make. If there's any players I should pick up of waivers. But I'm looking at these picks right now, and they're going quickly. A lot of good players still on the board. Now, there's one pick who I really hope falls to me at 41, and that is Kareem Hunt. Now, Kareem Hunt looks like he's going to be the starting running back for the Kansas City Chiefs, and everybody is high on him. I wanted to try to trade for him, but the guy I was trying to trade for wanted Michael Thomas, so I said heck no. So Kareem Hunt, I feel like he's going to put up a ton of points this year. It's a gamble. We'll have to wait and see because he is a rookie, but he has been flying up draft boards. I remember when we drafted about 2 weeks ago, Kareem Hunt was I think like in the 80s or 90s or maybe 100s, and now looking at this, he's at 38. So he has shot up the draft boards. Currently right now, we are at 30, And it looks like some quarterbacks are going right now. Tom Brady and Aaron Rodgers just went. I'm actually very surprised. I just checked my highlight group chat, and not one person mentioned me taking Zeke with the 16th overall pick. I thought everyone would have been all over me for that one, so good to know that I'm not getting crap for that pick. And Drew Brees just went 35th overall. So now the thing is, taking a quarterback so high, I feel is risky, because I feel like for the most part, quarterbacks are going to get you points. Like, they're going to get you points, whether you take, like, you know, Drew Brees now at 35, or like Matt Ryan like at 100. And Marshawn Lynch just went 36. Now Marshawn Lynch, that's an interesting player. I feel like that's a hit or miss. That's got to be a gamble as well. Okay, all I know is right now we are at 39, I'm at 41, and there are 3 players currently ranked above Kareem Hunt. So if I can somehow manage to get Kareem Hunt, I'm going to be happy, because that's the pick I wanted to go with way back when I picked at 16. And I'm officially on the clock right now, and somehow, someway, Kareem Hunt, although I'm picking number 41, he was the 38th rated player. He fell to me. You know, like I said, go with my gut instinct. I'm very, very high on him. So with the 41st overall pick, I'm going with Kareem Hunt. And now, just like that, how it always goes, I'm going to be picking him in 2 picks. So now, I got my flex. I need to get some wide receivers or a tight end. As I was mentioning earlier, I kind of started talking about something else. I don't think taking a quarterback in the top like 70 or 80 picks is smart. I feel like for the most part, they're all going to get you around the same amount of points, and it's more important to pick up a valuable running back or wide receiver early on. I was going to go with Golden Tate. I feel like Golden Tate is a very underrated receiver, especially with Matthew Stafford as his quarterback. So who do I got right now? Ty Montgomery. I don't want to have the same player in 2 leagues, so I'm going to go away from him. Carlos Hyde, no. DeVante Adams or Jarvis Landry. This is tough. Who else is out there right now? Allen Robinson, Kelvin Benjamin. I'm going to go with DeVante Adams on this one. I mean, he had 265 points last year, 12 touchdowns. I don't know if he gets 12 touchdowns this year, but it is Aaron Rodgers. I hate when this thing starts going. I'm taking DeVante Adams right there at 44. And now, I don't pick again till 69. I don't mind having the 69th pick. I mean, it's the best pick in the draft. Now, like I said, the only problem is now I gotta wait 25 picks to go. So apparently right now in the fantasy draft, I guess Mike, who's Pablo Productions, I guess he made a wrong pick on accident. So now he's live streaming the draft. And at 39, Jared Abbrederis. I think I'm saying that right, Abbrederis. I don't think he meant to pick him at 39 at all. So definitely need to check out that live stream to hear him like freaking out and whatnot. And quarterbacks are still going high. Derek Carr just went 46, Matt Ryan just went 48, and I just checked the list and Matt Ryan is at 69, so I was hoping with the 69th pick I could somehow manage to get him there. But like I said, these guys are taking these quarterbacks early when there's all these great players still early on. So like I said, at this point in the draft, I'm going to start looking for receivers or a tight end because I need to pick up one of each. So man, I've been gone for a few minutes and like only 2 picks have been made. And that's the thing too, this draft is gonna take forever. The one I was in last week it was 10 players and it took like an hour and a half. This is 14 of us, so this draft might go past 2 hours. I mean, we're already 25 minutes in and we're at pick 53. All right, I got draft expert Josh Schaefer with me right now. Now Josh, look at my team and what I got so far. What are your initial thoughts?
Doesn't look too bad. I think your next pick should probably be a wide receiver.
That's what I was going with.
Yeah, I think you should go for a wide receiver next. Your running backs look like they could play out very well and very high in your favor. I think things look good. Do you have anybody on your draft board right now?
No, but I do have the 69th overall pick, which as I mentioned is the best pick.
Obviously, for obvious reasons.
But I definitely need to go with the wide receiver, and what I was talking about earlier was, I'm looking at this draft, and they're going with quarterbacks very high. What's your opinion on taking a quarterback this high in a draft like this?
So what round is this? You're about to go into the 5th round.
Yep.
So you're about to go into the 5th round. I don't typically take a quarterback until probably the 6th or the 7th. So I remember we actually had another draft that we just did recently with all of our friends, and I think I took a wide receiver, a running back, and then a wide receiver and another running back, and then I think I took a flex and then a quarterback.
Alright, so my camera just died on me, so I'm going to be using my phone to figure out the next few picks. Now, this is where it gets tough. I need a wide receiver right now. Martavis Bryant is the highest rated one at 61, but I don't know. I don't know about Martavis Bryant. Going down the list, Willie Snead, he's injured. Devontae Parker on the Dolphins, not really sure about that one. I could also go quarterback. We got Cam Newton down here at 92. And I am officially on the clock once again. Now I'm looking at my quarterbacks. I got Cam Newton, Kirk Cousins, Andrew Luck, Dak Prescott. Those are kind of like the top ones right there. I think for this one, I think Cam Newton has a bounce back season. So with my quarterback, I'm going to go with Cam Newton. All right, so the camera's still not working. I cleared everything, but it said that the card is still full. So I'm back to the iPhone right now. Now I'm currently on the clock. I have 35 seconds left. I still need another wide receiver, and according to this, the best wide receiver here is Mike Wallace, but I don't know about Mike Wallace. I don't really know if I want him. I'm looking down the list. Kenny Britt, he's one that I got in my other league. I feel like for Cleveland, he can be very good, but I just don't know about the quarterback situation there in Cleveland. I said I don't want to have two players, in the same league, but Kenny Britt, I feel like he's going to have a good year in Cleveland. So let's go ahead and draft him. Currently on the clock, and Chris just went with Duke Johnson and Mike Wallace, which means Darren McFadden is available. I really like this pick. I feel like a lot of people are sleeping on him, so I'm going to take him. And there we go. So regardless of what the running back situation looks like this year in Dallas, I'm going to have a great back behind that O-line because I feel like you could literally put anyone there and they'll have a good season. So whether or not Zeke is suspended or not, I'm very satisfied that I got both those Dallas running backs. Since I pretty much have my entire starting rotation filled out, I don't want to take some bench players. I want to get the best defense available because a lot of people sleep on defenses. I forget who it was. Someone took the Seahawks defense like with the 100th pick. So he's kind of smart with that because a defense could make or break your team. Last year, my friend who won his fantasy league had the Kansas City Chiefs defense, and every week they were essentially giving him a ton of points. So I'm looking at this right now. It says the Broncos do have the best defense, the Chiefs next, then the Texans, then the Vikings. But, you know what? This is a tough one. Auto pick. You know what? I'm just going to go with Jordan Matthews on my bench. I'm going to let it auto pick. Okay, so I just got Jordan Matthews. Now, I really need to figure out a defense. So I got the Broncos, Chiefs, Texans, Vikings. Which one of those should I go with? I mean, they're all very good defenses. Now, it does say that out of all these, the Cardinals are actually going to have the best defense. I just don't know. As I mentioned, the Chiefs last year are what did it for my friend. Well, Chris just took the Broncos defense, so the Chiefs have the next best defense with the Texans then second. You know what? I'm going to go with the Texans. With J.J. Watt, Jadeveon Clowney, I feel like they can do some maybe fumble scoop-ups for touchdowns. So I'm going to go with the Texans defense for my team this year. Now, pretty much essentially, I'm just getting bench players at this point, but I do need a kicker. But we all know which kicker I'm going to save that pick for. I hope no one takes him. If someone takes my kicker, there are going to be some problems if they take him. I got 30 seconds left. Now, I feel like Josh Doctson right here, very good pick. He balled at TCU. Hasn't done much with the Redskins, but I feel like he potentially can have a bounce-back season, especially if he's just going to be on the bench. He's 124th ranked player, and I'm going to get him to 153, so I feel like that right there, a great pick. There goes the timer. I know my pick. Let's make it. All right, I'm officially on the clock now, trying to get a quarterback. Now I got Eli Manning, Carson Palmer, Andy Dalton, Tyrod Taylor, Joe Flacco, Sam Bradford. This is a tough one. Like I said, this is not going to be my starter. This is if in case something happens to Cam, or when Cam has a bye week, what I can do. It's between Eli and Tyrod Taylor, honestly. I really do like Eli, but Tyrod Taylor I feel like can be a quiet steal. So, you know what? Tyrod Taylor, welcome to the dream team. Let's add you to the bench. I feel like having a backup tight end is something a lot of players in this draft have overlooked because no one thinks about getting a backup tight end. You think about getting your star tight end, and that's it. So, Julius Thomas is the highest rated tight end currently available. But I'm going to go with Coby Fleener. I don't have a Saints player yet, as you can see by the Saints flag. They're my team. But I feel like Coby Fleener, he did have an okay season last year, but anytime you have Drew Brees as your quarterback, I feel like that's going to be a solid pickup. So Coby Fleener, my first Saint player on my team, welcome aboard. So I guess, like I said, I have a very good bench of receivers. I don't need any. I should go with a running back. And the ones that are currently available, Wendell Smallwood, he's the highest rated running back. And then after that, it's DeAndre Washington. So I feel like DeAndre Washington, though, could be a good one behind Marshawn Lynch, as opposed to maybe like a Wendell Smallwood. I think I'm going to go, you know what? No. DeAndre Washington. I'm going to go with him. Alrighty, so I'm almost on the clock for my final 2 picks. The greatest player in this draft is still available. I don't know why no one has taken him yet. I'm going to steal him with my 212th pick, my very last pick. That is, assuming that in the next 6 or 7 picks, no one does take him. But now the question is, I got one final spot on my bench. Who do I go with? I have no idea. At this point, it's just taking the best player available. And we're going to see who the best available player is in about a few picks. And I'm officially on the clock right now. And according to this, the best available player is Devin Funchess. I feel like that could be a sneaky good pick. Also, Breshad Perriman. Like I said, I don't like really picking 2 players from the same team. I feel like it makes it more exciting. So I'm going to go on this one with Breshad Perriman. Now, Chris Lee is on the clock. He has 2 picks. I doubt he goes with my pick. So I'm going to get mine ready to go as we speak. I'm officially on the clock for my final pick. There's one position I need, and that's the most valuable position there is. I don't know how this guy is ranked 332nd. I don't know how he fell to me at 212. I have no idea. But ladies and gentlemen, with my final pick, I, Blake Harris Highlights, select the greatest college football player of all time and soon to be the greatest NFL player of all time. That is Zane Gonzalez of the Cleveland Browns. The pick is in, my draft is over, and I officially won the draft. When you draft the best player in the entire draft at 212, there's no way you can't win. Well, my draft is officially over. I'm looking at my team right now, and I really like what I got. In case you can't really see the roster, I'm going to post the full one in the description below. Let me know how you think I did. Let me know how your guys' teams look. I'm really interested to hear. I'm really looking forward to the season. And to all the highlight makers out there that are currently watching this video, I just got one message for you guys. You guys are going down.